Hello, welcome back to my channel, Inner Compass Movements. My name is Alyssa and I will be your yoga instructor here. Today's flow is going to be about bringing energy down in the body. So this will be really good for any overthinking or stress, anxiety, any kind of chaos that gets us out of our body. So we're going to be, like I said, just bringing the energy down. And so when we think of grounding, this earth element, the part of the body that touches the earth is our feet. So I love to tie in different techniques to play with on a daily basis to help regulate the flow of energy in the body. This is Flow Girl. Hi, baby. So today we're going to get started with a breathing exercise. It's called Breath of Fire, if you haven't heard of it yet. Basically, we're going to start in a seated position. Come in, Flo. So come to a comfy seated position and start to feel the connection of the ground beneath you, finding a comfy spot for the hips, and go ahead and sit up nice and tall. Maybe reach gently with the crown of the head to further extend from both ends of the body. And so with Breath of Fire, we're going to be focusing on an exhale which will help release energy and breath through the system. And so what you're going to do is maybe bring some awareness to the belly. Exhale any energy out of the system. Take a full breath in. And just let it out through the lips. Okay, so now we're going to start the Breath of Fire. So you're going to start with an inhale, and then you're just going to shoot the breath out of the nose, somewhat fast. And then you'll just repeat this several times, and I'll time you through it. That way we're all kind of on the same page. So just an example I'll show you real quick. So I'm going to inhale and then shoot out through my through my nose. We're just going to repeat that. So at your own pace, whenever you would like to join me. Maybe notice the subtle rise in the shoulders, and just stay with it. Keep going, we're almost done. Exhale all the air through the nose. Take a full breath in. When you get to the top, hold the breath. Feel the heart, feel this expansion. And just slowly exhale through the lips. All of the air out of the system. And just return back to the natural rhythm of the breath. You can let a sigh out if you want. That feels good. So now we're going to move into a child's pose. Help you feel a little bit more present and grounded into your body. So coming just into child's pose, we're going to bring our knees to the width of the mat. And just leave our big toes touching. Let's take a full breath in here, reaching for the mat in front of you. And then as we exhale, we're just going to gently walk the hands to the front of the mat, extending, reaching the fingers. Maybe you even widen the palms here a little bit. And just bring the forehead to the mat. Focusing on the full extension of this inhale and exhale, making each breath just a little bit longer. Maybe you'd like to gently rock the forehead side to side, giving a gentle massage. And then maybe you come to some stillness for a nice full breath. Really feeling the ground with the palms. And then start to gently lift the forehead, walk the hands back to your knees, onto the thighs. And we're gonna bring the knees together now. And I'll turn this way, that way you can see me. Excuse me. So I have my legs together here, and I'm just sitting on my heels. My toes are just free. I'm on the tops of my toes, so they're not tucked. And just find a comfy spot to kind of maybe rest your sit bones. And if this is too much for you, you can find a little scarf or something to put under the tops of your ankles if it's too much stretch for you. So just settling into the body in this posture, reaching with the crown of the head. I like to have my hands on my thighs. And again, just connecting to the breath. So this is a very subtle posture, but it's a nice way to stretch out the tops of the feet. And it's pretty easy to sit straight and tall in this posture as well, and just take a notice on what your pelvis is doing here. Does it feel safe? Does it feel secure? Couple more breaths. Just enjoying this easy posture. Just feeling the fluidity of the breath. Maybe the relaxing of the shoulders. Nice job. So now we'll reach forward to find the ground, kind of come up on our knees. And if you need to kind of open and close your toes here, or move the toes up and down to kind of move your ankles, you can do that. And then we'll tuck the toes to sit back. And you can even move your pinkies around if you need to. And this is pretty much the same, but this time this will be focusing on stretching the bottoms of our feet. So this is a really good way to just like, not force, but it almost feels like you're forcing some energy out of your feet, which can be super nice. And just exhaling any energy out of the body. Breathing new life force in, filling up. Reaching tall with the crown of the head. And just sending any breath you can to maybe any spots that need it to open that space. Very nice. So what you can do here is open the palms to the side. And I like to keep a small bend in my elbows here. And just feeling maybe what it feels like to kind of open your wings a little bit. Open the palms wide. Sometimes here I even need to kind of like wave my hands a little bit because some extra energy just like needs to come out of the wrists. So you can also play around with kind of doing that. And we're gonna move into a balance challenge if you feel like. I know you might be ready to move. So what we're gonna do here is gonna slightly lean back until you can feel your abdominals kind of tighten. And use your arms to kind of counterbalance you. Squeeze the thighs together to lift into this toe stand, reaching the arms up, relaxing the shoulders down, the back, pressing into the toes again, squeezing the thighs together, finding a spot maybe to look. I forget to say that part because I don't really need to do that sometimes, but if you need to, you can find a spot on the ground to help focus. Take a full breath in. And then squeezing the legs together, carry the fingertips down. So what you want to do here, you can come on your knees, or I like to rock back and get really squishy. and just kind of give myself a hug or feel around, move anything you need to, give yourself a squeeze, and then we'll just roll forward. So we're all on our knees now, and if your feet or toes are screaming at you, just gently, maybe just wiggle the toes. We don't want to hurt them more if they're already in pain. So some people like to tap their toes on the ground. That's a little too much for some people. You could even draw some circles with the ankles a little bit. All right. So now from here, we're going to join in a tabletop, pressing into the hands. That will be somewhat under the shoulders, and the knees will be somewhat under the hips. Just pressing the ground away, widening the fingers. Reach with the crown of the head, finding this spinal extension. Releasing any energy out of the body through the breath. We'll draw our shoulder blades together and down the back, pulling the chest forward, drawing the hands isometrically back, rolling the nose up. So full inhale here. And then exhale, we'll arch the back, draw the chin to the chest, pressing the ground away. I keep a slight bend in my elbows to prevent hyperextending. Finish exhaling, ooh, and inhale, draw the shoulder blades together down the back, pull the chest through, grip with the fingertips, roll the nose up. Finish that inhale. And exhale, round the back, draw the chin to the chest, press the ground away. I even like to lift the base of my palm up sometimes here to release some energy, if that resonates with anyone. Coming back to center. Just returning back to the breath. Take a full breath in here. As you exhale, bring the left ear and the left hip towards one another, just giving the side a squeeze. Take a look back. Inhale back to center. Exhale, bring the right hip, right ear together. Squeeze, give a look back. And then inhale back to center. We're gonna tuck the toes here, press into the hands, keep a slight bend in the elbows, lift the knees, and then just bring the hip bones back to a downward dog. Press the ground away. The feet can be, or the heels can be lifted here if that feels nice. And just find a spot that feels good. Keep a nice bend in the knees. Returning to the breath, noticing how the body feels. You can shake the head yes, shake the head no. And then we'll just start paddling the legs here. Just bending one at a time, finding a little bit of movement. And then we'll return back to center, take a full breath in. Press the ground away, finish the inhale. And then as you exhale, slowly walk the toes to the fingertips. And once you get here, keep a nice bend in the knees. Just let the head dangle. Let the arms dangle. Press the feet down and away from each other. Notice how that feels. And then what we're gonna do here is just start to press into the feet. Let the arms dangle here as you slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. Let the arms dangle, let them dangle until we come all the way up standing. And once you get here, feel the ground beneath the feet. Feel yourself standing, letting the blood rush back down. You can open your palms to the sides here. Let the shoulders relax. Keep a nice bend in the knees. And so what we're gonna do here is just rock back and forth on the feet a few times. So bringing the awareness back to the feet, maybe just kind of roll back on the heels, or just lift the toes even. Whatever you feel comfortable doing, and then roll to the toes, and then gently roll back, roll to the toes. Just move at your own pace a few times. It's okay if you wobble. We're human. Very nice. So once you kind of feel like any extra pops and anything out of the ankles, let's go ahead and come back to a stand, opening the palms to our sides. Press the feet down and away from each other. Exhale any energy out of the body. Take a full breath into the belly as you lift the arms to the sky. Reach all the way up, kissing the palms together. And then as you exhale, we're gonna sit the hips back into a chair pose. Just pressing the ground, the feet down and away. Reaching the arms up if that feels nice. You bring them to heart center. Maybe sink just a little bit deeper. And take one more breath in, and then we're gonna move. And then on your exhale, start to hinge at the hips as you fold over. Fold all the way, let the head dangle. Press the hands into the ground, or just your fingertips, even in your thighs if that feels good, to straighten the spine. Just half lift. And then exhale, just fold back over. Maybe shake the head, no or yes a few times. And then we're gonna plant the palms here. Wide, step the feet to the back of the mat. So we're in plank pose right now. Press the ground away. Reach with the crown of the head. Exhale any energy out. We're gonna slightly come forward on the toes, lower the knees. Draw the elbows around behind us. And then we're gonna slowly lower the chest and the chin. Scooch back here. Elbows are drawn in. And then we're gonna press into the hands to lift our chest. Untuck the toes. Gently lower the hips and the chest. And we're gonna bring our fingertips on the outsides of the mat somewhat. Squeeze the glutes. You can point the toes. And just lift into the fingers to lift the chest as you inhale. And then just slowly come all the way down. And we're gonna lift 2 more times at your own pace. Just moving with the breath. And we'll plant the palms beside us. Draw the elbows in, press to lift ourselves up. And then tuck the toes. And then we'll just lift to downward dog. When you get here, draw the toes to the left side of the mat. So we're just moving them, moving the directions. So our toes are pointing to the left. Maybe look under the left pit. And we'll come back to center, moving the toes to the opposite side. Maybe you look through the right pit. We'll come back to center, take a full breath in. As you lift the right leg to the sky, flex that foot, bend the knee, open the hip. We'll just draw some circles one way, 3 times. We'll reverse those circles. You can make them as wide as you want, as little as you want. Press the ground away. Inhale back to center. And then just bring that foot down to the ground. Inhale this left leg up. Flex the foot, bend the knee, open the hip. And then we'll just draw some circles one way. Nice and easy. We'll reverse those circles. Press the ground away. And we'll inhale that leg straight. And let's bring it down to downward dog. Take a full breath in. And then slowly as you exhale, tiptoe the feet forward. Walk them open to the width of the mat. And then just bring the hips down. And let me move around here. And so we're in the squatted position. And you can also put something underneath your heels if the back of your ankles need a little bit more space. Bringing the hands to heart center here. And my elbows are kind of in the insides of my legs here. Drawing the shoulders down. Exhaling any energy out of the body. Take a full breath in. And just release through the lips. And then reach the hands forward as you gently or somehow sit on the sit bones. So now we're going to make our way gently to our backs. Or if you need a drink or a sip of water, now is your time. Love me some good spring water. Okay. So you can reach for the backs of your thighs or however feels nice for you to lay back. And once you get here, just keep your feet dangled. Just notice how your hips feel. And then we're gonna raise this right leg to the sky, plant this left foot, flex the right foot as well. And then interlace your fingers behind this thigh or maybe behind your calf, whatever feels closer to you. Or if you want to stretch your limits, go for it. So just connecting to the breath, stretching this back thigh. You can even draw some circles with this ankle. Breathe into this flexed foot. Just releasing the back side of the hip, maybe the side. Take a full breath in. And then as you exhale, we're gonna reach for the toes, some sort of way. And then gently let this right leg open. You can even extend this left leg. There's different ways to kind of do it. And just relaxing. Letting go. Your next inhale, press into the fingers and lift back to center. Switch the fingers. I like to grab for the big toe with my peace fingers. You can open this right arm to the side. And then as you exhale, just gently rock to, or let this right leg rock to the left side. And I like to catch my elbow gently. And then you can also let the nose roll to the right. Get a little twist action going on for the spine. Taking a full breath in. One more breath. Press into the toe to lift the center. Let's pull this knee in just for a moment. Can maybe wiggle it a little bit side to side. Find a spot that feels nice to release. Take a full breath into that spot. And just let it go. Very nice. So we'll plant the right foot. Lift this left leg up. Flex the foot. Maybe give it a point. And then reach for your comfy spot on your leg. You can extend this right leg if you need to. You get this ankle, some movement if that feels good. And just some stillness if you need. Just let it go. Alrighty, reaching for those toes and just gently exhaling this left leg open. Taking full breath in. Next, inhale and press into the foot to lift to center. Switch the fingers. Finish that inhale and then exhale. Gently roll that leg to the right. Very nice. Let the nose roll to the left. Getting some nice full breaths in, just releasing. Very nice, pressing into the hand to lift up. And then we'll just bend this knee to pull it in. Maybe you want to move it side to side, get a little space. And then maybe just find a spot that feels good to breathe into. Create some space. Very nice. All right, we'll let that go. Plant both feet now. Plant the hands beside your hips somewhere. Plant the feet hip distance apart, about a foot behind. Comfortable spot for them to bend. Plant, press into the palms, press into the feet to lift the hips. Could gently press the back of the skull onto the mat if that feels good. And then lower the hips, inhale to lift, squeeze the glutes, lower the hips, inhale to squeeze the glutes as you lift, lower the hips, gently lift as you inhale, hold. Taking a full breath in. And gently kiss the hips down. Let the feet plant into one another as the knees fall open. And once you get here, gently press the feet into one another and notice how that changes things and how it feels. Taking a full breath in here and gently releasing through the lips. As you continue to press into the feet, gently lift the pelvis, hips, just about 1 inch. Take a full breath in. And gently just release, keeping release the pelvis to the ground, keeping the feet pressed into one another, and gently let the feet hover as they're pressing in about 1 inch, just for a moment. Take a full breath in. Very nice, gently kiss the feet down and just relax. You can let the arms gently open to the side if that feels good. You can lay it on your body on a spot that feels nice. Maybe gently roll the nose to the left as far as it can go. Inhale back to center as you press into the skull. Finish that inhale. Feel the chest rise, and then exhale, gently roll the nose to the left as far as you can. And gently finish releasing. Inhale back to center. Just find the natural rhythm of the breath. gently letting go. Staying connected to these full inhales and exhales. And just let go. Maybe you want to relax the jaw. Maybe you want to relax the ears, the neck, the forehead. Relax the shoulders. Relax the hips, the knees, the thighs, the calves, the heels, the feet, the toes, the fingers. Just feel it all relax. Just being and existing in this present moment. Gently reach for the thighs and help them lift up. Walk the feet to the width of the mat and let the knees fall in. Take a full breath in. And just let both the knees gently fall to the left. You can let the nose roll to the right. And start to create a little bit of space across this right hip flexor. And then just release. And go back to center. Feel the bottoms of your feet roll. Feel the hips roll. And gently let the knees roll to the right side. The nose roll to the left. Create a little bit of space across that hip flexor if you need to, and just relax. And head back to center. And then let's let the feet dangle one more time. Let the inner thighs hold on to each other. Squeezing them in. And we're just gonna draw some circles with the knees on the ceiling. Maybe feel as you come to the side, feel the massage of the earth on the sides of the glutes. Just drawing some circles, giving ourselves a nice little massage. You can pause, roll back on any spot that needs it. Just gently relaxing the face as you do so. back to center. And reach around the legs for a nice big hug, just pulling them in. Taking a full breath in here. And then just gently release whenever you're ready. Extending the legs. And open the arms if that feels good. Now go ahead and windshield wipe the toes back and forth just a few times. Until you feel like you've had enough. Exhale all of the energy out of the system through the lips. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Hold at the bottom. Hold. Exhale a little bit more out. Take a full breath into the belly. Keep going, fill all the way up. And when you get to the top, hold. Take it one more sip of air. Feel the body expand and relax. Exhale gently back to the natural rhythm of your breath. And you can stay here for as long as you need to. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for taking time for yourself. And I'll see you in the next video.